Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld with the Odyssey expansion. This is our game where we started with a totally normal start, and in a few days, we'll have access to spaceship stuff. And we did go and make some custom xenotypes. So we have Wolf, who is totally not a Klingon. He is clearly a Gonkling. And we've got Spork, who's not a Vulcan. She is a space elf. And we have Riveter, who is... all right, it's basically Bender from Futurama is what we've got going on over here. Yeah, we've got our starter little base going on. We got a little bit of research happening. We got to keep an eye on Wolf. He is very cranky for lots of different reasons and likely to be very aggressive if he gets mad. So we're hoping to get a bedroom set up, which is going to require some trees to get planted, which is, unfortunately, Spork is just a little bit busy with the actual plants. Now, we did plant a fairly large area. And of course, rice is fairly labor intensive because it does not take very long to grow, so you're constantly planting and harvesting it. And I did just go and activate the cotton over here because we are going to have to make maybe a few outfits getting started, and I do like to get that established. There we go. Oh, and a little bit of hay grass. And we've got our hops over here that we need as well because Riveter does require alcohol. They have complete alcohol dependence. They did spawns with some booze, which is good. But yeah, they're going to have to drink that from time to time. Otherwise, they will fall into a coma and eventually die. You know, their CPU will go offline. All right, Spork, thank you for chopping down some trees. That is much appreciated. Little nap over here. We're getting some bedrooms set up for Spork and Wolf. Riveter does not sleep. Doesn't even need to plug in to recharge. Metabolizes all the energy it needs from processing some organic material and mostly alcohol. So... getting some research done there when there's not any construction to do, and there won't be any construction to do if we're not chopping down these trees. This field is our heal root, which has not been planted yet because we do need a skill of 8. Spork is at a 5 and change. Oh, 6 now. Hey, there we go. All right, getting there. We got some heal root going on. Riveter is just going to eat the food raw, which is okay. I mean, you get 180% extra nutrition, right? Because of robust digestion here. In general, they get the same nutrition from raw food as if cooked. So, I mean, I guess do that. I mean, presumably you could also get the nutrient paste. Maybe the nutrient paste dispenser is less calorie efficient than having you eat the raw food, which is possible. All right, good. Spork, cut down another tree. I do miss the allow tool hasn't been updated for 1.6. I think the maintainer isn't doing it anymore. It has been picked up by a separate person. But I like to let those forks cook a little bit more to see, especially since it does need the fork of the Hugslib as well. Some people say, you don't need the allow tool anymore because you can right click and unforbid all over here. But the allow tool does more than just allow all. One of the things that I really like about it is it lets you flag like just fully matured trees, for example, to be chopped. Like this one here is only 73% grown. So if we chop that, we won't get quite as much wood as if we waited for it to be 100% grown. And you can check this manually, but it's also great to have a tool that does it. So like I might want to go and cancel some of these that aren't 100% because we're spending just as much time cutting it, but not necessarily getting the full wood out of it. You know what I mean? So we could just let it grow to full maturity. Okay, there's our first scheduled attack. We are in Cassandra Classic. You are a waster with a club. We have no defensive setup, which should be fine. But Wolf after this is probably going to make the case that we need some more static defenses. So we'll just get out and we'll do some kitey stuff. We'll just center up our people a little bit, put Wolf slightly in front, and just have Wolf kite the baddie. Set up. I mean, if we have you survive. All right, well, you're coming from this side, which is a little awkward, but sure. Are you not? Oh my god. Are you going for our power generator? You ass butt? All right, we're going to get you to charge in. Okay. You set it on fire. Chasing Wolf? Chasing Wolf? Good. There we are. Okay. Do this. Hold on. Banner home zones. Here, which I hadn't done, and then reset you so you go and put out the fire. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna have to bury these corpses. because we don't eat them and we don't have a cremation thing set up yet. So we'll just get... Honestly, back here is not the worst place for it. I think what we'll do is we might set up some extra generators there. Yeah, do this and then prioritize working on the grave. There we go. And then, I guess, finish setting up the last one, that's fine. And then bury this one. Okay, great. Because we think corpses are ugly. Need defenses, yep. See, Wolf is making the case that we need some defenses. You also got a bit of a bruise on your head. I think we did set, yeah, so we only use herbal medicine, which we might not have had any, and that's fine. I don't think you need any medicine to treat the bruise. Any treatment will increase the speed at which it gets dealt with. -12, all right, so that's staying refrigerated with just one cooler, which is good. Yeah, that is quite annoying that you would do that. I guess the ponds here were too far away when you started your path. Some of them were outside, so it should have been path 2, but... we're going to have to get rid of this troop carrier, because this would be a great place to put in a wall, and of course... Because this is the one thing I completely disagree with the devs about. You can't deconstruct this ancient troop carrier. I don't know why. We'll have Wolf go and punch it. In fact, go and punch it now. And then reinstall that. Install that. Actually, not there. I'm just remembering how I tend to prefer this. If we put it in the corner, I can put the end table there, and then later on I can build a double bed there. Get some limestone meteorite land. Okay, that's not terribly useful. Power across to there, maybe. All right, smash, smash, smash. This takes forever. Meanwhile, you're getting stressed and cranky. Me too. This is dumb, and we shouldn't have to do this. I might want to get stone tech happening before, and just build the walls out of stone. Although we've got infinite wood, and wood is much faster. I mean, first of all, cutting it down is just a lot faster than making blocks, and constructing with wood is a lot faster than constructing with stone. Let's put Hitomi in Wolf's room, because you are bonded together. So I'll just put a little animal sleep spot, and we might upgrade you to something later on. But that'll do for now. Okay, good, good, good. Let's do another Sky Recruit here. And hope this one works out. Now we've got some wood. Didn't do it at the end of the last episode just because we didn't have the wood available, but now we do. Doop, 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 doop. It takes a while. There you go. Send up the flares. See if there's any other survivors of the crash of the USS Entrepreneurial. Ah, the mechanoid signal. Ooh, okay. So, oh no, it's the 8th. All right. I was going to say, I thought it took like 7 days to do it. So if we accept this, it's going to crash land. So it says it's a mechanoid ship. I'm going to pretend that, I mean, there are going to be mechanoid corpses, I suppose. But in my opinion, my thought, this is the remnants of our particular ship. So we've got a grav engine here, which we need to inspect it first. Oh, unimpressive, dang it. We need to inspect it first, but then we can figure out how to re-put this together. And we've got some various bits and bobs here that we can bring into the base so we can deconstruct these mechanoid chunks. I'll leave the chunks for now. We'll probably, well, I guess these grav plates don't decay. This scyther wood, I know, I guess we're allowing all corpses here that are not rotten. So the mechanoids will get brought in. I guess that's fine. Yeah, sure. Okay. That seems okay to me. Yeah, we got some kibble. Right, because we are using some of our vegetation and meat to create the kibble, so we've already got some around. But once we've got hay, I think it'll use that a little bit better. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Hopefully Hitomi eats that instead of the packaged survival meals. The nice thing about this setup, I mean, if Hitomi just wants to eat raw food, that's okay, and that's what you're doing. The nice thing about this setup is you're not going to be eating my simple or fine meals or something and really wasting it. We could tame the donkeys later, but I don't know about that. Yeah, go and haul that stuff in. That's going to be fine. Spork's replanting some rice, which is A-okay. And we're researching our smithing setup, which is fine. We don't have any hops yet. We could get ready for the hops brewing. Actually, what I'm going to do is build a copy of this. So if we have enough downtime, all three of us could do some research. And I think I'm going to get some comfy chairs in there as well. And speaking of comfy, let's get some end tables and dresser. Put a dresser over there for you too. All right, use despised weapon. Well, I mean, you were just cranky because various things. A food binge is totally okay, Wolf. I'm going to support that. I'm going to be annoyed. Oh, you're food binging the alcohol. That's for Riveter. That's a little bit rude. Yeah, so, as I say, especially if you're eating nutrient-based meals, that's fine. If you eat the survival meals, I'll be a little bit more annoyed. But yeah, this is totally okay. And then you'll be catharting. You get the plus 40 catharsis mood boost, which is great. I'm happy you're not doing anything violent right now, because that could have been a little scary. Okay, so we're doing another harvest. We'll wait until Wolf is done, and then we'll do our other ritual and try our luck again at getting something. Bring that in, that's fine. There was a wolf going around. I'm happy it's moved back. Hello, Swan. Look at you. So pretty. Do this, hauling things in here. So I guess we're not... Yeah, we got hauling to do, so you're not getting around to construction. And I think that's probably fine. Or construction, I meant research. There's no construction to be done at all right now. I guess I could unforbid this in preparation for either a prisoner or another recruit. We'll just have it ready. I think that's relatively reasonable. Home zone you. And yeah, start walling and building the traps. I think I do like that idea. We'll need a bunch more wood for it. Again, I would love to just harvest the fully matured trees, but I guess I'll let the ones that I've currently got flagged get finished. I'd also be deconstructing all the steel over here. I don't need to now. Psychic Soothe female. Well, it's not going to have much of an impact because we have like psychically deaf in our people. So yeah, Psychic Soothe 0. I mean, psychically deaf is kind of a cheap way to get some extra efficiency out of your Xenolines. It does mean you can't really use psychic powers, and I really would like to do it on this one. All right, Wolf is no longer pigging out, and yeah, if we look, plus 40 catharsis for 3 days. That's going to be great to offset a whole bunch of this. I like that. I might have to turn on tree cutting for the others. They're slow, and I don't think they'll get full yield. Or, I mean, it's just the rice right now that's going to have to be replanted. I guess it's fine. I might want to put a fence around this to keep some of the critters out. It's definitely conceivable. We'll let the current construction here finish before we start planting our walls. And yeah, cut down those trees because, again, in theory, they were fully grown. But the next one, I'm just going to have to box select probably whatever. There you go. You're ready to harvest, ready to harvest. 93%. You know what? I'm going to call that close enough. Ready, ready, ready. So I'm going to prioritize these first, but then I'm going to have to just box select. Because we're just going to need a bunch more. Ready. That one too. All right, good. Ba-ba-ba. So improve the bedrooms. I mean, they're still going to be kind of ugly because of the round. So yeah, awful bedroom here. It's going to be better than an awful barracks. So we'll probably have to prioritize getting Wolf's room a little bit better. I'm going to keep trying to accidentally say Wharf. We haven't set up any of our workshop buildings yet, but I think that's fine. I mean, arguably it's a little early to start this bedroom, but okay, hold on. Everyone's up. No one's cranky. Sky Recruit 3. Oh, I don't have any wood. Which makes sense. Actually, have you cut down everything I've designated? Not all of it, but no, there's still a few more over here. Okay. Let's go. Let's hope we get lucky on this one. Could use a recruit. If not, well, that's the last of our recruit rituals. The dance rituals, A, we couldn't do it because we can't set up our temple yet. And B, none of them are recruiting things. It's only these sky lanterns are set to recruit. It doesn't work. The game should... Oh, there we go. All right, we got a beautiful one. And Hermanini wants to join us. A bodyguard with shooting of 8. Hello, Hermanini. You're a Starjack! So this is the new species. This is a built-into Odyssey species. So cold and heat resistant, vacuum resistant, you can't melee, you are hairless, sheer white skin, that might be a genetic thing for you. You want to live indoors, yeah, you can't melee, and you got the wake melee, but you're good at construction. You've added lots of other things, including mining, which is too bad, because that might be handy. We don't really need another constructor, but that's fine. That is a-okay. You're going to be, and yeah, you do shoot. We will put you on construct. Oh, you've got some passion for the research too. That's quite nice, because hopefully, yeah, we'll end up with a bunch of that. I could go and put these guys all in the 3 and hope that Spork gets around to doing the hauling and cleaning, but Spork is so busy, I don't think that's going to be the case. You've got a Scar. You're a quick sleeper. Gee, I mean, I was already excited for you. And of course, you joined of our faction because of religious things. So yeah, Hermione over here is someone from our ship, Hermine. But I'm doing the what's his name? I say Grunk or something. You know, Harry Potter, Hermione instead of Hermione. Anyway, Hermine, glad to have you here. Yeah, that is super useful. All right, let's get you set up with your bedroom. Yeah, we got no wood right now, but that'll fix itself fairly quickly, and we'll do that. We'll need to get some power over there as well. Now, individual bedrooms do add, you know, more material, more time, more cleaning, more wealth. And again, I might do a barracks, but I wanted to get Wolf out of the barracks. Like these guys, one of these guys might get turned into a barracks room instead to, you know, give us a little bit more space, but we'll see. Oh, schedule, copy, and paste. Can I not? I wonder if I could have changed the icon for our special species. I'm not sure. This is all fine. Do that, and do carry one so that we can do a improve with medicine, and then set you up over there. And we're gonna have Riveter drop the gun here. Equip the club. You can't die in melee, although you will take a lot of damage. And then Hermione is going to equip the revolver instead. I should probably rewrite your name to Hermione. Because that would be kind of funny. Go a little bit of cleaning. We'll probably put in some floors sooner rather than later, just because it'll look nice. And again, we're just playing on the normal difficulty. We're not playing on super hardcore mode over here because I want to have enough time and flexibility to make sure to work on some of the spaceship stuff. I feel like we do want to get our walls up before we go any further. Do I want to make them out of stone? Maybe. We don't need to research the stone cutting, yeah? No, we've got that. I think, is it the tribals that don't start with it? Possibly. Go machining. So is there really no ability for us to make a high-tech weapon? A high-tech melee weapon for a poor old wolf over here? That does make me sad. I mean, it's not like... maybe I should change the ideology. It's not like batleths are really high-tech things if we're, you know, keeping up with that. I guess I'll plan the wall here. It takes slightly more wallage than there, but then we could mine that out from the safety of our base. And then how far out do I want to go this way? We should leave ourselves some space for things. So what I'm thinking, yeah, run a party, is I'm going to go and claim it from here. And then, actually, out here. Around here. I mean, I know we can do bridges, especially with the new game, but let's do it that way. And then... this here to here, and door. Maybe we set this place up as a little trap corridor kind of thing. And then home zone. We might want to extend these out slightly later just to do some firefighting if anything is getting close to the walls, but we'll do that on a case-by-case basis. And we need this to be maintained, but we don't want to do too much extra cleaning. Okay, party time, excellent. You know what? I'll go and finish this little setup here for these two. There you go. Hitomi, I think, just had some kibble. Love to see it. And then, yeah, we'll focus on getting ourselves walled off. I guess what I'll do is I'll cancel that. Because the defensive setup in 1.6 has changed somewhat. All those out of the way. Yeah, we'll probably work with limestone. Granite is tougher. Oh, we've got a good amount of granite. I don't know. I guess cancel hauling this stuff, but haul this stuff out of our construction area. That's going to be fine. And then we want to extend this outwards some distance with the idea of setting up some traps. But for now, The forbid tool doesn't do what I'm hoping, right? I can't go and forbid the construction now. What I want to do is do this, double click so that the others are off the screen, and then I'm just going to forbid this. I don't want this to be worked on right now. Get the outer perimeter, so at least we have some control over where things are coming in, is going to be the idea. And then we can set up like a little shotgunny tunnel defense that worked out really well in our last vanilla run. Again, the combat mechanics have changed in 1.6, but it still doesn't mean that this isn't a... This is still a good setup. Still better than just fighting people out in the open, for example. So move those rocks out of the way too, and then some of these will get moved, and that's going to be okay. Oh, we're going to want to leave... we're going to want to have a door in here that we can close. Probably right there, but that will often leave it jammed open. Here, I'll do that. I'm going to forbid it for now, so we don't waste time constructing it currently, but that will be the plan. Oh, and I guess also... This is a long stretch of wall without a door. There's there. I'm going to set up a door here. And then there's probably fine. Okay. That seems okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, and I think our home zoning needs to be expanded to cover this space. And I will also ask that there is a roof that gets built in here to prevent trees from growing. I mean, they won't actually grow there, but in this area over here. We want to do this. See, Riveter here is cutting down this tree instead of having a planter do it. But it's fine enough. I think the small tree had fewer hit points too, so it's a little quicker and easier to maintain. Expand that for now. That's going to be fine. And yes, we will need tons more wood. Again, I would prefer to target fully mature trees to get maximum bang for a buck. But let's go ahead and just set up all this. Freaking no! I mean, we're fine on food right now, but goddamn. Okay, hold on. Let's set everyone to maximum plant cut and reset. Some of you, I guess, are going to sleep. Oh, you're doing the trees. Stay here. Hopefully, it's a proximity-based thing, so you're going to keep working on this. Or you immediately go back to sleep. You did. Are you not on the sleep schedule? Or are you just not doing it right now? Okay. I mean, I know you are a light sleeper, but no, you really don't need any sleep right now. All right. Dang it. Be a little bit less annoying if I didn't have all the trees marked to be cut. So, because we're having to babysit here. And it's spreading a little. A little more. Okay, let's wake these guys up. So you're going for the trees. You go there. Spork, go here. You might go to that tree because I say it might be closer, but no, we're fine. Okay, good. Chop, 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 chop. Where are you going? You're going to go eat. I guess that's legit. And then you're going to go and do that tree. No, you're going to come here, and then you are going to come here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is reset the plant cut back to where it should be. All right, good. And if anyone falls idle, they should do research. Actually, that makes me think. Well, you know what? I don't think all 4 of my people will be idle right now. If nothing else, Spork is constantly going to be busy planting / cutting down trees. So I think the 3 research benches are going to be sufficient at this time. We're doing a little bit of cleaning, which is still good, although arguably, you know, we're not really going to keep ahead of the cleaning with all the dirt floors here. Should I turn it off? It's an interesting idea. What if I did just turn off the cleaning for now? You know, if we start to see blood or whatever, we can turn it on as a response. But yeah, let's not waste time with the little dirt patches. So there's nothing to haul apparently. And these 3 are going to do the research. But yeah, Spork again is going to be full-time basically busy with all the planting stuff. Which means the other stuff that Spork is good at, which is crafting, for example, she's never going to get around to. So we really would like to find someone else who can plant. The cook is fine because it's just butchering. We need to find someone else who can plant or someone else who can craft. Is really the vibe we're looking for here because we need to split the labor. And ideally, I'd like Spork on the crafting because of double passion. So if we can find a double passion planter, that would be ideal. But even someone else with a single pip in planting, honestly, we'd probably have to keep Spork on it anyway because this is a huge time sink, especially with the amount we've got there. But hey, she's gotten to level 8, so we're starting to plant heal root. That's lovely. And yeah, I'm not going to complain about research happening. I mean, I do want to get our area walled off. There's just enough room here for maybe some spaceship constructing. Not going to be a very big one, but our first one isn't going to be very big, so I guess that's going to have to be okay. And yeah, these plates are... Are they decaying? Because it doesn't say decay rate. I'm thinking it took damage from the crash. Is what's going on there. Like if we had some wood just on the ground, which there isn't currently, it would tell us at the rate at which it was decaying. But there's nothing outside right now, I think, that is decayable, so we can't compare the UI. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. Hermine. Yeah, it's on your sleep schedule, but are you really just not that sleepy? Because you're a quick sleeper. You don't need... Oh, unless the Starjack needs less sleep. No. No, there's no scrolling over here, no. So you must just be filling up your sleep meter really fast and then going back to work. I don't hate. Okay. Replant the heal root. That's okay. Actually, Spork, I mean, we should cut down one tree here just so that we can confirm. See if this is on the ground outside. Yeah, you can see here deteriorating. It doesn't say that over here, so I'm guessing those got damaged slightly in the crash. And as far as I know, that is fine. It's not going to impact its ability to create anything. There you go. Reloading the wood fire generator, which still has some grid excess. Lovely. Oh, we need to fill the council role now. Yes, we do. Now, yeah, I mean, we want someone with a high social skill. I guess Spork is going to have to be the counselor for now. Even though you're ugly. With your whole skill of 2. I don't think... Like, Wolf... Sorry, Wolf. I don't think your personality matches. Neither is Riveter. Hermine can't social. All right, Spork, congratulations. You are falling into the moral guide role, just accidentally. You're not going to be very useful at it, but right now it being unfulfilled is making people unhappy, so we need someone to be assigned to it. I don't think anyone's going to be going to Spork with their troubles. But technically, they have offered to let people talk at them. But yeah, hopefully we need to find someone with good social skill, who ideally is of our own ideology, because we're going to need them to do some conversions. This is a setup I usually like to do, is have my mailers on the right. This is not a mod, by the way. There's always someone who doesn't know. You can just right click and drag to reorder this top bar. So handy. And yeah, a lot of times I like my counselor on the left here. But yeah, usually I have my range people, my melee people, and then my people who don't fight at all over on the right. All right, let's have Spork have a little chat with these folks. We buy pemmican. I don't think we need to. I might buy the herbal meds, actually. Hang on. I think the breach axe doesn't count as Neolithic. I'm forgetting this. I'm forgetting something about Wolf's weapon preference. Is the ultra tech stuff will make him happy, but if it's not Neolithic, he'll be fine. Hang on. Let me double check this before I spend money on this breach axe. Which I don't even know how good of a weapon it is. But if we check, yeah, breach axe is down there. What about a longsword? Okay, so a longsword is also fine. Despised wood. Oh yeah, just a club isn't. A mace is fine. Now, I don't think I care about the breach axe per se. Yeah. Let's not buy the breach axe. Let's get a smithy. And let's use this to make a steel longsword for Wolf. Yeah. Now, right now, this is a dining room. I think it might turn into a workshop just from having this. I don't think the dining room is very influential. Yeah, this is now a workshop, which is good, so you won't get the speed penalty. You need... Yeah, okay, power should be fine. We're going to set up a bill. We could also start making some simple helmets, which would not be a terrible idea. Oh, I have to research longswords. Okay, we'll tell you what I'm going to do. You know, this is never going to get done, though, because Spork is the only crafter and never gets anywhere. I don't know. On the weird chance that you might be okay, I'm going to set up a... Oh, right, we did start with a flak helmet. So 3 steel helmets, please, is going to be added to the queue here. See, Spork is, I think, cutting down trees. Oh, no, you're having lunch right now. I'm playing chess, which is all fine. I don't need to use any of these powers. But yeah, we'll research longsword. Maybe I should just buy the breach axe. I'm just assuming the breach axe isn't that potent as a weapon. It would look super cool, though. I mean, I've already gone and built this. We're going to want the smithy for like, at the very least, helmets early on. Now, let's make him a sword. Swords are very good against unarmored people. It just tends to, like, kill them or lop off body parts really quick. For things with stronger armor, that's usually where the maces come in, especially if we can get some uranium maces going on. That would be lovely. Left us a gift of 11 gold. Do we need like 10 gold to set up a multi-analyzer? That's possibly incredibly convenient. We're good on steel. Yeah, we got some components. We don't have to do any mining yet. Okay, a little bit of research is happening. Spork, yeah, having to do planting and then chop down some trees. Yeah, and then at some point, we'll redo these rituals here, but it's going to take a while before we can do that, unfortunately. But yeah, let's get our walls set up. Riveter doing the research. I mean, you are genetically a slow learner, I think. But with double passion and intellectual, it's actually pretty sick. Yeah, times 50. So you're only doing it at 75. Okay, machining is done. Let's take a little side trip here for long blades. It's only 400 research. We could set up a machining station and strip down the mechanoids, but I don't think we have to go and do that quite yet. So I think I'll wait, and we might need more power than that, because right now we still have an excess of only 35, which might fluctuate a little bit depending on how hard this cooler needs to work. This heater needs to work. But yeah, there's no heating in this block here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this heater into Wolf's room. You know what? I'll put it right at the foot of your bed. Wolf has cold feet sometimes. So we'll put it there because, I mean, the heat will still sort of trickle into these rooms just to avoid the it's too cold debuff. But the important thing is that the heat in Wolf's room is nice and steady so he doesn't get a slept in the cold debuff, which will make him even crankier than he already is. Boring Sky Lanterns, I'm sorry, but yeah, the Master's good. The Beautiful One's good. You've got the comfort now. The party's still there. You don't have your catharsis anymore, but that's okay. A little more wood, more construction. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully I left myself enough. I mean, this is a big area. If I move this dumping stockpile, yeah, we can probably use this as our staging ground for the spaceship. Which means we could study this. Now, here's the thing. How much are we playing full nomad on this run? In our pirate run, we will be ultra nomadic, because in the run that you start with the spaceship, mechanoids are constantly chasing you. I don't know how much time you have before they trigger. There might be some randomness to it, but at some point after being at a site, you get a warning and then a countdown starts with like 12 days left. I kind of wonder if it might be like 12 days before you get the warning. So it's like halfway through you get the warning and then the countdown, or it might be like a season, or it might be a range. It might be like randomly sometime between 10 to 20 days, you'll get the message that you have 12 days left. So you do get enough time to like do a harvest cycle or two, to mine a bunch, and then you're still in the move. So in comparison, this one might be a little bit more static. Like we might maintain this base by keeping someone here, but we're sure as heck going to build a spaceship and go look for things because it's mega ultra super rad. Okay, top part is in, almost done filling in the bottom part. We still have some trees flagged to be cut down. We've got some wood kicking around on the ground. Good. Seal this up, and then what we'll do is finish this up and build our traps. But at least if it's sealed, we know the attacks will come through this area. I mean, unless they decide that there's no good threats, or there's not enough bait over here, in which case they might decide to just punch through a wall to get to something else. But this being open, you can reach this of high value. If the temperature is relatively stable, it's pretty toasty outside. We could leave one of these doors open as well, just to increase the chance that there's a reachable pawn. But Spork is going to be spending almost all their time outside, so it's hard to believe that Spork won't be outside due to the bait, unless we're all at sleep in bed, and I mean, we're not keeping our beds open. I mean, I guess Riveter doesn't sleep, but Riveter's very likely to be spending some time in the research room, in the laboratory. And if we check over here, we can confirm that the speed of here is not being affected by the room mismatch. So our base value on the simple research bench is 75. We're taking a little bit of a hit because the room's not clean, so we're only getting 69% of our research, which isn't as nice as it could be. But that's going to have to be okay for now. I could turn the cleaning back on, but honestly, I think I'm kind of okay with this. We don't need to keep the kitchen clean because we don't have a kitchen. So this is looking kind of sort of okay. All right, we're going to put a cut in here. Another longer episode than I typically target, but I'm having so much fun. I'm really excited for the spaceship stuff, and I really don't want to delay it too much longer. I think what I have to do right away is I think I do have to go and move my dumping stockpile. We could move it behind here, which would keep it out of the way, but people do have to access these resources. I don't know. I think that's probably fairly legit. It'll slow down anyone walking over here to fill this and maybe the mining, but I think that's probably okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these settings, I'm going to paste them over here, and I'm just going to take this down. I'm not going to force any of this to get moved right away. Certainly the stones won't get moved. The steel and stuff will get auto-hauled over here, but I think that's going to be all right. I should probably get Wolf, come over here and beat up that thing. And hopefully I'll remember to cancel that job at the start of the next episode, and then we'll go and just fill in this little stockpile over here and make it a little bit bigger, a little bit cleaner. But that seems relatively reasonable. And then, yeah, build our spaceship over here. That's going to be lots of space for our initial spaceship. We might need to expand out later to have a larger drop-off area. And ideally, actually, here's the thing. This group wants to set up a permanent base in space. That's going to be the biggest difference with the pirates. The pirates are going to have to keep moving because the mechanoids are chasing them. Our goal with this group is going to be to set up a base in space. However, we're going to need extra stuff for that. We're going to need a specific grav core, I think, rather than just a grav engine to be able to set up something permanent in orbit. I'm not entirely sure how that works yet, but I think that's the way it works. And I guess if we set up hydroponics in space, we won't even need to come down for food. We'll probably have to come down from time to time for mining, unless we can just like buy the raw resources, manufacture something with more value, and keep just trading that way. Also don't know how like attacks in space work. I'm assuming you can be attacked in space. Very curious to see what that looks like. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.